Hey, Leo. First, I want to apologize for it taking me so long to get back to what I love doing, which is this for you. Um, and I want to thank you for sticking with me in this long hiatus. um, this is on Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And any cross watchers, pay attention. Even if you're looking for friends, family, all of this is for them. When I put these cards down, I put it down for the collective and I put it down to ask a question that many people are asking since I'm not live right now. And the first cards that showed up here are telling me one thing. It says, he's coming back and you should find out through something written. So it could be social media, it could be a text message, it could be anything like that, email, however communication goes with you guys. But and it says in 10, could be 10 days, could be 10 weeks, but this person is coming back, just so you know. Okay, so if there's something like, okay, spiritual growth, let's just look at that really quick. Because this, just about every reading I've done so far is showing ascension. And this spiritual growth is going to hit hard. Like, you may pick up energy from other people and not know what it is, or you could become clear or notice that you're clairvoyant because you're seeing something that other people are not able to see. I don't just mean like another entity, but it could be because peripherally you could see a shadow at a distance from you, but there's nobody there. Or you could see a certain look that a person has that shifts a little, that just looks a little bit differently from what we would do. And you might notice that. But it could be anything. It could be that you see something intuitively about this person. And then there's clairaudience that's going to be coming to where, like, let's say you walk into a room of people and you know what? It's your birthday. So you go with a random group and maybe Wiccan, because you know Halloween is coming up. And you enter this room with a group of people and something in your mind, your spirit actually says, when you're looking at certain people, it's his birthday, it's her birthday, it's that one's birthday. That's clairaudience. You're hearing your spirit, you're paying attention to your spirit and what your spirit has to say. And I'm getting a lot of that for Leos. So when these random things start happening, I just want you to understand what it is that's going to be going on. If you walk down the street in a building and you're happy and you're, just bouncing around, then you walk past somebody and all of a sudden you're angry. You're picking up their energy. That's the movement of an empath. So all of this stuff is possible plus more. You could walk by or get into walk down a hallway, you're the only person, and then all of a sudden you smell lilacs or rose. There's so many different things that happen around us that we don't pay attention to. And I'm telling you this because the cards are showing that this is going to be happening, but it's mainly going to be happening between next week and the week of Thanksgiving, between now and then. And you by Thanksgiving you should know that this has been happening to you, and you just maybe weren't paying attention to it, or you were paying attention to it. And leave a comment. Let me know. But Leo, you are extremely intuitive. You, someone, your partner, your cousin, your sister, brother, could say something to you, and you might already know whether it's the truth or a lie. And you wouldn't even have to look at their faces. You wouldn't have to hear a change in their voices. Leos are just like that. I mean, a lot of people are also like that, but Leos are really strong with that. And now I'm going to switch over to something else for a minute. When I get a health card and I get unhappiness, it could mean a couple of different things. It could mean the person's health, but mainly it's going to mean the health of the relationship that you're in, or lack of relationship. It's telling me that there's an unhappiness that's going on that you're keeping to yourself. And if it isn't you and you're in a relationship, it could be your partner who's feeling this way, but they're just not saying anything. But there's something just a little bit off. Maybe they're just feeling unhappy about themselves. Maybe it's coming from within them and not so much the actual relationship itself. But this is saying that someone, either you or another, is keeping an unhappiness secret. Okay? If it is a health situation, then it's that probably that you or someone around you is nervous about their health, but they're not telling anybody about it. From what I'm seeing here, it doesn't look like it's anything they need to be worried about. Because I'm seeing an ending to disappointment when it comes to, and when it comes to a health situation. So that's basically saying that the person is worrying for no reason. So either if there is something, it could be fixed now, or that there's nothing that they have to worry about. They're just feeling anxious. Maybe they noticed something weird that they were doing, or, it could be, honestly, it could be something dealing with one of the clairs. Because, especially in a case where there's clairaudience, you're hearing voices and you're like, why am I hearing things? Is there something wrong with me? No, there's something right with you. You're just not learning about it. So if any of this stuff is going on with you, pay attention to it. Find out something. Do some research on it. Or leave a message in the comments and I'll do some research on it if I don't already know it. Okay, so at the beginning I said that this person is coming back. Okay? Someone else is also coming back. This person is coming back for a second chance. So there's two people that will be coming back. You may know who they are, or it may be a situation where you're just completely not expecting it. But I'm going to say that on November 1st, that should be where the communication comes in that this person wants a second chance. First, second, third, anywhere in there. It could even be that Friday, which would be the 5th. Um, wow, yeah. Yeah. So your spiritual growth is going to be even stronger. I think only, which one was it? I think it was Gemini whose intuition grew, like the spiritual growth was like crazy, like overwhelmingly crazy. And that I'm seeing for you as well. Not as bad, but nah, it was Leo. It was Leo. See, the reason why I'm going back to that is because that growth was so strong that it became overwhelming. And when it becomes overwhelming like that, especially if it's something in the form of an empath, then you may not be able to tell that it's not your energy that you're pulling. And this looks like that type of a case where, or a type of situation where you can like literally pull somebody's energy and think it's yours. Like if they're depressed, you could pull that energy and think that you're depressed about something, because the way that the energy works is it will jump into you and your mind will like liken it to something that's familiar to you, that depression. And you'll think it's yours because your mind is going to give you a reason for it to be yours. But if you were if you were happy 5 minutes before you felt this, it's not yours. Give it back. Don't keep that energy for yourself. Okay. New relationships. Surprise new relationship is coming um, for multiple people, like a bunch of people. Um, New relationships, surprise relationships, relationships that where you were unhappy in that relationship and you're going to notice a shift. That unhappiness is going to change. Um, Even situations where someone has been delayed in getting back to you, those delays are going to end. I'm seeing, okay, this is a good one. I'm seeing somebody who might shock you, and like, because I'm seeing something really creative here to where there's someone may say something like, let's go for a ride. And then you end up at a park, and it could be a park, could be anything, uh, restaurant. I'm seeing a possible proposal, but this one is showing me a surprise marriage happening. Now, this could have happened already, or it could be something that's coming up, but it looks more like something that's coming up, but it's giving me the position of where it might be both. Something that has happened for some in the past, and then something that's coming up for others. And it's looking good. It's looking good. It's like almost like I'm getting trickery to where maybe the person that you're with, your partner, kind of starts an argument with you, and then they say, well, let's go, let's just go for a ride and talk about this. And then you end up at the park, or you end up at the restaurant, or you end up at church, and or anywhere, someone's yard, and all of a sudden there's a wedding taking place, but it's yours that you didn't know anything about. It's crazy, but it's definitely a wonderful surprise. And it's just giving like happiness. So there are some positive changes that are coming in, a lot of positive changes that are coming in, even amidst all the craziness that we're going through right now. Keeping ourselves in this timeline that is different from that timeline is what is going to change that timeline. I'm not saying don't pay attention, but I am saying know where you are. I'm seeing, okay, so as far as if somebody's looking for a new job, that's coming up over the next, like for some, it's going to be around 3 weeks from now. Others, they're going to find out about it at the end, not this Friday, but the following Friday. They should find out about it. And then they may start working the following Friday. For others, it's going to be about 6 weeks where I'm seeing paperwork being done, and um, I'm seeing a decent amount, like a really good amount of money coming into you for this position. I'm seeing I'm seeing a lot of delays that may have been going on with people's work situations, where it's kind of like, when is this going to end? When can I get back to work? And I'm also seeing a lot of unhappiness for people losing their homes, losing their ability to feed their families. But I'm also seeing that stuff being corrected. Just in case there's somebody out there who is experiencing something like that, it's going to be over with. And for right now, it looks like this position is not, there hasn't been a decision made on it yet. So it's not giving an exact timeline, a date, but it is giving a timeline, which is going to be where people, you, Gemini, will return, Leo will return to, who am I on? I'm losing my mind now. You are going to return to work, and you're not going to have, yeah, it's not going to be much longer. It's not going to be more than like 6 or 7 weeks, but it looks like there's going to be opportunities here where a lot of things are going to be fixed for you to pull in money, and like temporary positions, a lot of things as far as your finances are going to be worked out. There's like a lot of different ways that it's showing me that finances are going to come into you. um but at the most, you should If you're going through that, maybe another 3 weeks, things should be changing for the better. So, definitely good to be looking forward to that. If this resonates with any of you, please leave so in the comments so I know. And like, share, and subscribe. If you know of anybody who's going through a situation like this, feel free to share it with them. Let them know what's coming up, especially the spirituality stuff, because that's just it's crazy, and people need to know about that. So leave those comments, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for not leaving me behind, and I will talk to you soon.